everybody, it's NECA here, and welcome to my unboxing review of the NECA 8-inch retro cloth Dr. Decker from Nightbreed. And guys, oh my lord, I have got to talk about this movie for a second. So I checked this movie out when NECA unveiled that they were making this figure. I had never heard of this movie in my life. It's a Clive Barker movie, but I had never heard of this movie until they announced this figure. And then when it came out and I saw a couple reviews and saw that it looked like a really cool figure, I decided to check the movie out, and oh my goodness, this movie is a goddamn blast. It's like a slasher monster romance movie all in one, and it is so fun. It is highly entertaining. I would recommend this movie to any horror fans out there if you have not already seen it, because like I said, I had never heard about this movie before they unveiled this figure, and my goodness, I'm so happy now because, man, this movie is awesome, and I would recommend it to anybody. Doug Bradley's in it too. David Cronenberg is in it. Craig Schaffer, Anna Bobby, who I don't really know her from much, but still, very, very, very amazing movie. I'd recommend this to anybody. And he, Dr. Decker, played by David Cronenberg, was by far my favorite part of the movie. David Cronenberg was so effing scary in this movie with hardly having to do anything. He doesn't even have that much screen time, but he is so great in this movie. He is so creepy. And yeah, I freaking love it. So I had to go get this figure because, man, this just looks absolutely amazing. So with that being said, let's get this opened up. I am so excited. I've never been so excited to open up an 8-inch retro cloth figure, but man, I'm pumped for this. I totally forgot to talk about the packaging. Oops, okay, well, you have Nightbreed at the bottom here. You have a picture of Dr. Decker, and you have, what was that guy's name? Boone and Lori come meet the dead of night. And then on the back of the box, it shows you some obligatory product shots, Nightbreed, and a brief little bio right there. If you would like to read that, you can go ahead and pause the video and read it on up. But now, I'm going to finish opening this up. And then we'll take a better look at that card, too, because it does come out of there. Okay, so I really don't like this packaging all that much, I have to be honest. You have to, like, open it, and they all ripped. I'm not going to be able to seal this back up, I don't think, but hopefully that won't be a big deal for me. But if we open it, you can just take this piece out, which we'll take a look at that in a second, and then you can pull the figure out in the tray here. We'll set this aside, and there we have the figure in the packaging. Real quick, let's get this guy out of here. So we have a tie down here at the bottom. Don't want to cut this at all. Ooh, it's kind of scary. Let me go at it from the back because I really don't want to cut the, you know, well, I can't speak. The damn outfit. You don't want to cut the outfit. So we're just gonna cut it from the back here to make sure that doesn't happen. And here is Dr. Decker, played by David Cronenberg. We'll just stand him up over here, and we'll get out all the accessories in a second. But there are all of his accessories right there. Alright, so here is the card, and this looks absolutely awesome. We have a bunch of the monsters from the movie right here. This guy in particular I really liked. You also have the porcupine chick. The moon guy was pretty cool. This dude is the guy who's played by Doug Bradley. If you don't know who, Doug Bradley is the actor who plays Hellraiser in, you know, I think the first, like, 4 Hellraiser movies. Basically, the only good actor that ever played Hellraiser. I mean, Pinhead. Yeah, pretty cool there. And then you have that guy in the back as well. He had weird, like, tentacle arms. One character that isn't on here that I really liked in the movie was the guy with the little dog. I really like him. I want them to make a figure of him. They're not going to. I have almost 100% no faith that will actually happen, but I really liked that character. But here we have Dr. Decker opened up and out of the packaging, and he looks really good. Let me get this camera looking good. Alright, here we have Dr. Decker, and I absolutely love the design of this character. This guy just looks so freaking creepy in the movie. He has this really, really, really creepy mask, and okay, so when I watched this movie and this character showed up and he had this mask on, it reminded me so much of one thing, and that is The Collector. If you guys have ever seen the movie The Collector, it's a post-millennial slasher home invasion movie. It's a really good movie. I'd recommend it to anybody who hasn't seen or heard of it. I would definitely recommend checking it out. But this mask really reminds me of The Collector's mask. It even has like the thing going on with the mouth here. Very Collector looking right there. And then on the back, this is just straight up exactly how The Collector's mask looks at the back. He has has this exact same thing going on here. So that is pretty cool. Now, this movie obviously came out much before, way before The Collector. So if there was any inspiration, it was taken from this movie, but still very, very cool. But I absolutely love the mask. Just super, super creepy. Oh my lord, it's so creepy. It has like buttons for eyes. It's like Coraline shit going on there. And then that zipper for the mouth. Super, super awesome. Oh my goodness, looks absolutely fantastic. Then moving down to the torso, there you have his suit right there. And then you have his little tie right here, which is pretty cool. As the buttons look really nice. The pockets right here, which look really, really good. Just overall, very, very nicely done. The white shirt underneath the actual jacket. And then his arms, at the bottom here, he does have his, like, silver, like, Michael Jackson looking gloves right here, which does look really, really, really cool. I really like the way those looks. And then the legs, you just have the same suit going down. One thing I'm noticing with the legs that I'm a bit worried about is his feet seem to be a bit warped. I'm not really sure how I'm going to be able to fix that because there isn't any actual jointage in the legs here. But I don't know. Hopefully I'll be able to get that figured out. But yes, the legs are very nicely done. The outfit is actually a lot tighter to the figure than the other retro cloth figures I have seem to be. That's one of my main problems with the retro cloth figures, is they're always very loose with the outfit, but this one actually seems a bit more tighter. Like, this actually seems like it's pretty tight to the figure's body. Let me actually bring in one of my other retro cloth figures to show you what I'm talking about. So here is the Ghostface retro cloth figure, and just look how loose the arm fits in to the actual cloth around there. It's that kind of thing is what I'm talking about right there. But yeah, that I think is just about everything to go over with the figure itself. Now let's get in on the accessories. Alright, so first things first, we have Dr. Decker's sword or knife or whatever you want to call it. This was his main weapon in the movie, and I think they did a great job making this into an accessory. This looks absolutely fantastic. You have the gold hilt right here, this weird like cross-hatching design on the actual blade itself. He uses this blade a lot in the movie. This is definitely the weapon I'm going to be displaying the figure with, because this is like Dr. Decker's weapon right here. Super, super, super cool. I love the way this looks. The handle looks really cool as well. Absolutely love the way this looks. And to get this in his hand, I'm guessing it's just going to be this hand which just holds it, and you should probably just be able to just slip it into the hand, and boom, there you go. There he is with his sword or knife or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. It is a bit big, so I'm thinking it's probably more of a sword or than a knife. But yeah, there he is with that. Let's angle down a little bit there. Also, the focus keeps going away on this guy. He has a very unusual outfit. But yeah, there is that accessory. Next accessory you get a machete, which was used in the scene that he goes to a little shop run by an old man, and uses this machete in that scene. I think in one other scene as well, but pretty cool little machete here. I do like this. This isn't reused from any of the Jason Voorhees figures either, because none of them have this thing going on here. This is like a little bit longer than the Jason Voorhees machete, so pretty cool little accessory here. I do quite like this. But next up, these are pretty cool. You get 3 little weapons. Oh wait, I almost forgot to actually show him holding the machete here, so we can just take his sword out of his hand here, and you can give him the machete if you would like. Kind of difficult to get in his hand there, but there you go. There he is with the machete right there, so he can embrace his inner Jason Voorhees right there. Super, super cool. So there is his machete. Now, next up, these are really cool as well. You get these other 3 knives, which also were used in the movie. He has this little knife right here, which is pretty cool. I actually can't remember exactly which scene this one's from. This might have been the one he uses to kill the old man at the shop, but I actually think that this is that one. I think this is the one he uses to kill the old man at the shop when he says, "I'm death. Plain and simple," and then he stabs the old man. I'm pretty sure this is from that scene, but this one is probably my favorite. This is the straight razor, and this is the one he uses to kill the police officer at the end of the movie. Really, really awesome accessory here. He's like, "Oh, there's something in the front seat I think you should see," and he looks at it, he's like, and he sees his mask and his knives and stuff, and then he turns around and he slashes his throat with the straight razor here. Super, super cool. But the thing that makes these really cool, real quick, we will show him holding one of these. All of these should be able to go in the hand, no problem. But here he is holding the straight razor. Why not? We'll show a couple more just in case you guys want to know. Make sure that these will work if you're planning on displaying him with one of these. So there he is with that knife right there. pretty cool as well. I actually haven't tried to see if you can actually get him in the other hand here. Yeah, see, the other hand works too. Oh, not as well. Let me try the straight razor in this hand. Yeah, the straight razor doesn't really want to go in the hands too well, but you'll be able to make it work if you really want to. And then this knife also can go in this hand. This one has a bit of a fat handle, so you might have to like work it in there a different way, but you can get him to hold it right there. So very, very cool. But now the final accessory you get is you get his actual briefcase, and this is so freaking cool. Let me actually grab it real quick. This is the briefcase from the Cult Classic Series 1 American Psycho figure, and this is the briefcase from him, and I gotta admit, man, this one looks so much cooler, and also this one actually opens, I believe. I believe you can actually open this briefcase. Oh, it actually does it even have a clip too? There we go. So there you go. You can open the briefcase. Okay, it doesn't actually clip, so it just opens up. There's no actual clip to keep it closed, but I mean, it looks really good. Actually, yeah, there is actually. It does clip closed. Check that out. That is an absolutely awesome accessory. I love this, and I'm sure we can just have him holding this, but there is more to this. There is more to this, but I'm sure we can just put this in his hand, and boom! Oh my god, I love this figure, guys. Check that out. That looks absolutely awesome. So you can have him holding his briefcase right there, which is absolutely awesome. But the last thing you can do with this briefcase is you can actually open it, and you probably noticed there are slots for those 3 smaller weapons, and we can actually store these weapons in this briefcase. So we can put this knife in here like that, this one in there like that, and this one in there like that. And there you go. Now you have all the weapons stored, and we can just close it back up. And check that out. Oh my god, that is the coolest thing ever. That is so unbelievably awesome. So once again, we can just open it up, and there are the weapons, and we can close it back up and snap it closed, and boom, that is truly awesome. Oh man, guys, I think I finally found a retro cloth figure that I truly love. This thing is absolutely awesome. So there he is with his tools and his suitcase right there. Oh my goodness, what an awesome accessory. Okay, now getting in here on articulation. I'm a bit worried to do this because the articulation seems kind of finicky on this guy. So the head sculpt is on a ball joint at the base of the neck, so you can get a very small amount of movement. There is really not much movement in this head sculpt. So yeah, you really can't get that much in the head sculpt. Arms can do a full 360, but the outfit is going to get in the way, so you're going to want to be careful with that. I don't want to rip it, so I'm not going to risk it, but do be careful with that. 90-degree bend at the elbow. Once again, the cloth is going to get in the way of that. That is just the nature of cloth figures. His hand can do a swivel right here and does have a hinge, so it can go upward and downward like that. There is no joint in the torso. The legs can go forward that far, back only a little bit, not very far, and the knees can bend a little bit less than 90, actually quite a bit less than 90 now that I'm looking at it, and then the feet can go up and can go down just like that, and that is all the articulation you are getting with this figure. Now for comparison! Okay, for comparison, here he is with the retro cloth ghost face, and we will just move these two over a little bit and bring in the only other retro cloth figure I have. So these are the only 3 I have at the moment. We have Valk the Nun over here. So these are the only 3 retro cloth figures I have at the moment. They do have some more I'm interested in coming out in the future. They have Candyman, the aliens from They Live, and also the kids from Halloween 3. I will be getting all 3 of those. But these, honestly, I do like these figures, but I honestly could not stress this enough. This Dr. Decker figure is easily my favorite of the 3 I have collected, man. This Dr. Decker figure is awesome. So there he is compared with some other retro cloth figures. And here is Dr. Decker next to another Clive Barker creation. We have Pinhead from Hellraiser, and man, this just makes me want NECA to make an ultimate version of this guy. Ultimate Dr. Decker. Can we get that, NECA, please? That would be amazing. Please make that happen. But yes, here they are together, looking very, very good, and this will look even better once we get that Candyman. We'll have the Ultimate Pinhead, the 8-inch retro cloth Dr. Decker, and hopefully at some point an Ultimate Dr. Decker, and we can have the Candyman over here and have a little Clive Barker collection going on. So pumped about this, but yes, there they are together. Alright, now I'm going to compare him with some other NECA licenses. So here he is with the Ultimate Freddy vs. Jason Voorhees. right there. And as you can see, man, the Freddy versus Jason is like the same size as a retro cloth figure. The thing is so big. But there he is with that. Here he is with the Ultimate Part 3 Freddy Krueger. Here he is with the Halloween 2 Ultimate Michael Myers. Here he is with another very formal serial killer. Here he is with the Ultimate Leatherface. Here he is with one of the Toony Terrors figures. Here he is with the Cult Classic Series 5 Jigsaw. There we go, a bit more centered now. And here he is with the Ultimate Chucky. And now for our showcase. Alright guys, getting out my final verdict on the Nightbreed 8-inch retro cloth Dr. Decker. I love this figure. This is 110% my current favorite retro cloth figure. This is awesome. I love it. Any Nightbreed fans out there, this is an absolute must-have. This is like probably one of the only Nightbreed figures that is ever going to be made. I really hope NECA makes an ultimate version of this character. I would absolutely love that. Yeah. This guy is absolutely awesome. The only accessory he comes with that I don't absolutely love is the machete. This is the only accessory that that is going into a drawer. All of his other accessories are staying with him. I love that you can store the weapons in the briefcase. I love that he comes with his sword, his awesome mask. This figure is awesome. The card is really, really good. Yeah, this is absolutely awesome. This is definitely going to be one you are going to want to pick up, any NECA collectors out there. I love this figure. The posability isn't the best because of the retro cloth design. I'm still not a huge fan of the retro cloth figures, but man, this is definitely the best one so far in my opinion. So with that being said, thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more NECA content. And this is DK Guillotine, signing out. I'm Death, plain and simple.